At a certain point, playing video games just becomes another form of cope. As a kid, we probably played a lot of video games. I know I did. Growing up, elementary, during that time, K through 8th, I was playing games a absurd amount, probably too much for a kid to be playing. I was playing games like GTA, Fortnite when it was just coming out. It was popping, everybody was on it, right? And it was exciting. During that time, I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. But it's kind of like where at a certain point you love these games so much you continually play them, and it's like your whole life is just based off that game. Well, not your whole life, but you start not really, you don't see interacting with other people in person as important. You're more like worried about your status on this game, like if I'm this level or I'm this rank on Fortnite, or if I get the battle pass, or if I'm a higher rank on Siege. It's like people are going to respect me for that. And you feel like your status during those times in elementary and high school, you feel like your status rises. Like, since I'm this level at the game, people like me more. They're gonna want to play with me. They're gonna think I'm better. But I'd say in life, you really see, like, you figure out that your level on a game really means nothing unless you're like top 10 esports player making thousands of dollars. Besides that, it means nothing. So I'll tell you this: you go up to a person, you're like 20, 19, or like that. You go up to a random person. Anybody could be at work, could just be walking outside, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm level 1,000 on this game." They're gonna be like, "Cool, that may be awesome, but is it really gonna matter to them?" No. They might have a bad opinion of you, to be honest, but they may not be telling it to you. I'm like, this guy's level 1,000. What does he do in his life besides play video games, right? So we have to start realizing that we use games to cope, right? People use it as stress relievers once they get off of work. They're like, "Oh, I want to go relax. Let me just play this video game and get better." And they just continue to sloop every day. After they do like activity that may not even be the hardest, they'll go cope with video games. Like, let me hop on this game. Let me play with my online friends, people you've never met before, right? I mean, some people online that you meet can be real friends. I'm not gonna lie, but half of the time not. And you're trying to impress them as well, not just the people in life you're trying to impress with these games. You're also trying to impress other people online that you may never meet again, right? And it's kind of just this ongoing loop over and over again. You just keep doing it, and that needs to stop, right? You have to replace video games. Like, I don't know if everybody has seen this, but online money space, right? It's like everybody started off as a gamer. There's people running these e-com stores, agencies, marketing, AI, getting into web development. People that are making these sites are people who've come from playing video games a lot as a kid, or just really being excited about that, right? There's this thing. You take all that grinding you were doing on video games and you put that into something that could actually help you, right? You take all that grinding you're doing in video games, you can turn it into programming. You can learn how to build the games instead of just consuming the games, playing them over and over and wasting your life. You could learn how to make those games and make real money off of it, not just play them all day. And it goes for any other business. You can take that effort that if you're one of those Black Ops players grinding camos, you know how it feels to grind something, right? Or you're on Siege trying to get a diamond, trying to hit the max rank, right? You know that grind that it takes, and if you could put that same grind into something that could actually make you money and actually better your life, you'll be surprised how far that can take you. Now, it's gonna be hard to like stop playing, right? You've been playing games your whole life, you realize it's cope. But once you start realizing that when you stop playing, you're realizing you're really not missing out on much, right? Those same friends that you were playing with a year ago are just on the game doing the same thing over and over again. You're realizing they haven't made no progress on where they want to be. They're just playing the game all day. And it's kind of like, damn, this is really what I was doing. That's the feeling you would get, and you also realize you haven't missed anything, right? Now, a lot of my friends I know, half of the times we wouldn't be on the game. We would just be sitting in the party, the PlayStation party or Discord, just yapping, like not even playing the game. And it's really like times like that, it makes you realize that a lot of the times you're spending on these games is just worthless, right? It's going to be, what did you gain spending time doing that when you could have actually done something with your life? I'm being honest. That may be a harsh way to put it, but it's probably the best way to put it. But yeah, the whole point is just put down the games and bring that energy somewhere else. I guarantee you, with that effort, it will take you to success for real. And like you said, you know, once you do all that, it's really that simple, right? And you have to enjoy the process like you enjoyed playing those games as a kid. Like if you enjoyed grinding, you enjoyed, playing in the game with your boys, you just have to treat like real life like that, I would say. Yeah, treating life like a game works as well too. I'm not gonna lie. Those random side quests you go on, you feel like you level up when you hit a PR in the gym. You feel like you level up when your business makes a certain amount of money, and you actually can buy things you want. Like this watch I just bought using money I got from my business and job. But it's things like that. You get the rewards, you level up, but overall, stop using games as a cope and stop being a slave to it. And this goes to anybody, doesn't matter if your age is 16 to 18, 16 to 20, everybody can find help from this video. And if you made it this far, I can believe that you'll have a successful life and that you'll actually be able to accomplish something worth accomplishing.